Hey guys, welcome to another Soul Sister Saturday. This is Dayna, your host, and welcome to the show. I'm in Devin's room today, coming to you live from Dayna Martin's room. He's quite a creative boy, and he has all these necklaces and jewelry and stuff he's made. So guys, I really appreciate the love and support that you've shown me with Amy gone. To be honest, it's been hard this week. We both miss each other a lot. We played Minecraft this morning though. She is such an amazing teacher. She is so patient with me, and we're gonna start recording more videos. I'm gonna start my own series soon, but I do have to learn a bit more before I do that. So yeah, I've been very busy. I just got back from Mexico. I don't know if you guys watched any of the vlogs. I came back just a couple days ago and I went with just Ivy. And it was an incredible experience, and we learned so much and connected with so many people that a lot more opportunities have opened up to me. I'm part of a video that's coming out in a couple weeks about cancer awareness. That was really cool to be part of and record. And several other opportunities. I've been asked to speak in California, and when you say yes to one opportunity, 20 more unfold. So it takes a lot of courage to keep moving forward and saying yes sometimes, but I'm doing it. And I love it. It's helping people so much. This is one of my favorite shows. It takes me definitely getting in a certain mindset to connect with you and really speak from my heart and from experience. I know how important this is to you guys, and with all the questions I get, I really wish I could just Skype with you all and just be able to connect, because I know that one-on-one connection is important. So when you watch my show, I want you guys to feel that. I want you to feel the energy of me connecting with you as a person, because you aren't just numbers to me. You're not just subscribers or fans. You're people. You're kids just like I was, or teens just like I was, and I do have some adult viewers, and I want you to know that I respect you all and I care about you all, and I really take this seriously, and I want you all to be happy and to learn some skills that maybe I didn't know when I was younger. So this is my way of giving back. I am so happy to support you guys. I know some of you don't have anyone in your lives that you could talk to. So when you watch these videos, I want you to be able to feel that connection and that somebody understands. I know growing up it was hard for me too. There wasn't anyone that really talked to me straightforwardly with everything I was going through. So I want to be that for you, and so I hope you really enjoy it. My first question is from a girl named Madolphin Girl 200, and she writes to me, Dayna, my friend is spending a lot of time with her boyfriend than with her true friends, and I don't mind the fact that she's with her boyfriend, but I don't like the fact that she hardly ever plays with us. Try to play with her, but she teams up with him or pretends we're not there. Her excuse is that she can do what she wants, which is fair enough, but the fact is she doesn't even want to play with us, and it's upsetting me. What do I do before I explode with tears? That's a big one, because in our own realities, we're like the center of the universe, and so we try to, we take it personally, even when it's not about us. So I know it's really hard that your friend has a boyfriend now, but this is the age, guys, where things change, and you're going to be going through this too someday. I was the last one in my class, I remember, to get a bra. I was the last one to start my period. I was the last one to get a boyfriend. And so everybody around me was changing. You know, they were going on dates, and they were experiencing their first kiss, and like all these things that were so foreign to me. And I felt so left out and so rejected by them. Well, in time I learned that it wasn't about me at all. It was about their own personal journey. And all of your friends at this age are going to be going through similar things. And so it's really important for you to just understand, because you are going to be going through it too eventually. Maybe it won't be till you're much older, I don't know, but we do tend to forget our other friends, not intentionally, but our focus is so on this new experience of love. It's really amazing to have a boyfriend for the first time, or a girlfriend, and when you first start feeling it, it's overwhelming. It's all consuming. A good example is that Devin just got back from Ohio. Devin's 15, and he was with his girlfriend Nick for 6 weeks. And he came back, and I couldn't wait to see him and spend time with him. And oh my gosh, I just wanted to like hear about all his stories. I wanted to sit on the couch and watch TV together. I couldn't wait to connect with my son, because my kids are my friends. I love my kids so much, and they love me. However, the first thing Devin wanted to do was call Nev right when he got home, right? So I totally understood it, but somehow for a little while I was making it about me. I was like, no, like I haven't seen him in 6 weeks, and he doesn't even want to connect with me. And I started to go down that pity party spiral. And after a couple minutes, I said, what are you doing? This is not about you. You have to remember what it was like to be that age and in that intense pull of love. It's a really big deal. So I shifted really quickly in my thought process, and I encouraged him to do so and to support him, because I went through the same thing. My very first boyfriend, oh my gosh, I went out with for 9 months, And I was so infatuated that that's all I could think about. It's not always going to be like this. And the same with your friends. Once you're in a relationship a long time, things settle down. So I think it's really important for you to come at it from that point of understanding with your friend, that it's not about you, and please respect her, what she needs to do with her time, and she's not intentionally hurting you. So don't make yourself a victim to her. Open your heart to understanding, find something else to do until she's through this, like, they call it the honeymoon phase. Even though they're not married, it's still called like that honeymoon phase of a relationship where everything is really intense and you are obsessed. You could stay on the phone for like 10 hours at a time with the person. So she just doesn't have time for anything but that right now. A good analogy would be, when you get older and you start having friends that are married and start having kids, I remember this well, friendships change big time, because maybe you used to talk every single day to your friend on the phone when you were pregnant and you're sharing that experience. But then once you have a baby, man, boy, does it all change. You are so focused on this beautiful new life and it's all you can do. You're so in love with this baby. And friendships change then too. So this kind of thing is really natural and happens throughout your whole life, up and down, throughout different points that we all go through. So the first boyfriend and the boyfriend phase is intense for your friends. The first girlfriend phase is intense for your friends. You have to learn to respect them and step back, because what happens is you make it about you and you get angry and you're instantly going to push them away. It's going to hurt them, and instead be understanding. Just why not open your heart to understanding and say to your friend, I totally get it. Like I haven't lived it yet, maybe. I don't have a boyfriend yet, but I'm learning from you that it is a very infatuating process. And so when you do come down off this high of this new love, I'll be here for you. So just no hard feelings. I totally get it. Just give me a call when you're ready, and step back and just focus on friends that don't have their first boyfriend. So don't try to change who she is. Don't make yourself a victim to her. This is really normal and really natural and exactly what's supposed to happen during this course of your life. You can either become an enemy and start drama and make her life really difficult and bring a negative into her life, or you can just shift your focus and open your heart to understanding and see things from her point of view. Now, I know that's hard to do when you haven't gone through it, but I'm sharing with you her point of view, and it's nothing against you. Okay? So I hope that helps. Okay, next question. Dear Dayna, I've been self-harming for many years. It's been hard. My dad hasn't been around for a long time, and I've always been a daddy's girl. I've been bullied since I was about 5, physically, verbally, and cyberbullied, and I can't cope at school. And every night I just cry myself to sleep. I've had suicidal thoughts before, and I tried once or twice to take my life. And I never seem to be good enough for anyone, not even myself. I don't know how to love myself anymore. I really don't remember how. I just don't know what to do anymore. Well, Matilda, I've gone through a lot in my life. I've dealt with parents separating. I've dealt with issues of abandonment and abuse. We all have our story, and it's really sad for sure what you're going through, but I want you to know that I have been there. Many of the people that you look up to in your life, many have been exactly where you're at. And I think it's so important to just take one day at a time. Suicide is a natural thought when you're feeling hopeless. Many of us have it even through adulthood, off and on. When things get really bad and your brain can't figure out what to do, the thoughts of suicide do flow through us, even briefly. It's really scary. I think it's really important to get up the courage to talk to somebody, a trusted friend of some sort, even your mother, where your dad hasn't been around. And a lot of times through divorce, though, parents are so involved with what they're going through, they really can't be there for us. But I just want to tell you that please know that things will get better. That's so important when you're in the midst and in the depths of pain and despair and being bullied, and that self-hatred and self-harm flows through your mind, and you never think it's going to get better. You think that this is life. Okay, this is my life for the rest of my life. The truth is, Matilda, it is not. This is not your life. It's just a fleeting moment, and someday you're going to look back on it and remember it as a very dark moment in your life for sure, but you're going to learn so much from this experience. You're the only one that can save you, and you're the only one that you're really looking for. And so I would really take the time to, even the little things, you have to take responsibility to save your own life, because it's not your fault you feel this way. But taking responsibility means to do things to help bring yourself out of this depression. There's a great movie that I encourage you guys to watch. It's on YouTube. Type in The Secret. And I have a book called, that I got for Devin and some other teens that I know about. It's called The Secret for Teens or something. And it just talks about how your thoughts do create your reality and how you can make your own life better simply by what you're focused on. It's important during times like this to really think about what you're grateful for. And maybe it sounds like something really silly to do, but I encourage you to get a journal and to write down everything you're grateful for. Now, even if it's the smallest thing, like your stuffed animal or your pillowcase or your shampoo, I mean, the silliest thing that you have bread to eat, I don't know, it could be the tiniest thing, but write it down in your gratitude journal, because there is as many positive things in your life as there are negative right now. But when you're in this kind of level of pain and despair, it seems very overwhelming. Most people would recommend to a teen who's going through these kind of things to get psychiatric help. They'll put you on drugs, they'll put you on therapy, they try to fix you. The truth is, we've all felt this way. I don't know one person who has not. And we've all have our story. I remember I was really, really depressed after I went through a lot with abandonment of one of my parents, and nobody knew what to do with me. I was shuffled around from house to house. I ended up living with my uncle. Things were really intense for me at that time in my life, but it was so essential for me to go through it. You don't know what your path is, Matilda. You don't. You don't know what you're going to go on to be. And it's so, so important to just trust the universe, trust yourself on this path, and know that you are feeling the depths of all this emotion for a reason. Maybe it'll be doing something like I'm doing, empathizing. If I didn't feel all what you're feeling myself, I could not be doing what I'm doing. There's no way. So empathy is a skill that you gain from going through pain and really understanding that other people are going through it too, and how can you change their mindset? How can you help them and raise them out of this? Self-harm is really common. It seems like it's huge now with the internet. I see so many different sites about cutting and things like that, and I think cutting is probably the most common self-harm. It's painfully, excruciatingly hard to see somebody you love go through that, and it's even harder to see yourself go through that. And I think it's a tool to help you cope, for sure. I don't think it's the healthiest tool. It's like any other addiction, drinking, drugs. But I know a lot of people do it. Instead of finding groups online that support you cutting, and there's tons of them, just like there's pro-ana sites, like pro-anorexia sites. I was anorexic for a lot of years. Find sites to help people. Find websites and support that like will help somebody through having you connect with somebody who's going through the same type of thing, and you want to stop. I think you just got to keep starting over. You know, an addiction like self-harm, and I'm assuming cutting, is so, so addicting. And the guilt cycle that you have going through that is excruciating. You'll cut and then you wake up the next morning and feel so guilty. And then the guilt just drags you under. It's important to wake up the next morning and say, I've gone a whole day without it. Or I've gone a whole week without self-harm. I've gone a whole 2 weeks. Everything is progress. The way you need to save yourself is to take responsibility for your own happiness. This is part of getting older. The way we were raised, all the adults in our lives forced us to do what they said and to please them. When you're raised that way, you kind of go around thinking that that's what you're supposed to do, is to control or manipulate people around you to make you happy. But that's not how you're supposed to do it at all. A more peaceful, loving way is to take responsibility for your own thoughts. So every day, pull yourself up and say, there's no way I'm going down like this. I'm not going to let the actions of others destroy me. The greatest leaders and the greatest changers of things in life, the greatest people that make a difference are people that are going through what you're going through. There isn't anyone who goes on to help people and be huge successes in life and to live their passion that have not gone through what you're going through. I'm telling you that right now. Because it's going through what you are. It's walking through fire like you're doing that propels you. You can either be propelled down, which is your responsibility. You can either be propelled down and go on life, your whole life like that, or you can let it raise you up and motivate you to change things for other people. You can feel, I think life as a child and teen in our cultures right now is really confusing. You guys have the best of intentions. I know it in my heart. I know you, and I know you guys do, but people assume the worst of intent from you. They think they misunderstand you, and you feel so misunderstood going through life. People judge you, people rate you, people measure you, people grade you, they compare you to other people. But the truth is, it's all an illusion, and it's the life that you happen to be in now. In reality, that's not the real world. In reality, we are all just living the best lives we can, and you don't have to be in that dynamic or that paradigm for forever. When you can connect with other people and help somebody, it heals you. It does. and when you're drowning and in despair and hurting yourself and thinking about ending your life. It's so important to take a step back. This is part of maturity, I swear. You have to take a step back, take a deep breath, and see your life from the broader perspective. This moment is just a blink in your entire life experience. It's a blink. It seems like a big deal, but it'll be over. Before you know it, you are going to be on your own. And these are the skills you have to learn. If you learn these early, guys, you are going to be the greatest successes and be so, so happy. And what I mean by success is being happy. There's this quote that says, success is the key to happiness. But that's not true. It's a lie. Happiness is the key to success. So, what kind of music do you like, Matilda? Make sure every day you listen to music you love. What kind of food you like to eat. Prepare it for yourself. Your mother, I'm sure, is going through a lot with divorce. You just make your family some food, put on some music, be in the moment, practice focusing on what's happening now, write in a gratitude journal, make a vision board. I don't know if you guys know what a vision board is, but I should show you. I'm going to show you mine. Okay, here's my vision board. And I put things on it that I want to be, do, or become in life. And they come true. They do little by little. You're the one that needs to create your life, Matilda. You do. You don't need to suffer anymore when you choose not to. There's going to be days where my words are holding you up and where this idea is going to just keep you propelling forward. And then there's going to be days where you have a back step. Back steps are normal. Personal growth and healing is like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So you're going to have days where you have back steps. I have back steps. But then most of the time you just keep moving forward. You remember these words and you do everything you can to bring positivity into your life. Surround yourself with positive people. And really focus on how important it is that what you're thinking and feeling will create your future. You need to take responsibility for your thoughts and know when your thoughts are not productive. Know when your thoughts are very destructive to you, and you have control. You know that. I'm telling you, you have control over changing your thoughts. Say, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go down this path of feeling sorry for myself and think about negative things. I'm going to change my thoughts. You find something that makes you feel good. When you feel good, you're healing. So, is it music? Is it go buy a chocolate bar that you love? Connect with a friend who also is going through a hard time and help each other heal. Do some research. Instead of listening to sad, depressing songs, you have to realize that you need to listen to things that make you feel good and empowered. Creativity and art, an empowering book, going for a walk, physical exercise and eating well is really important. And you're at the age, man, you are, where no one's going to do it for you anymore. It happens. You've got to take responsibility for the creation of your own life. Nobody told me that. Nobody. I was like a cork on the ocean, just floating around when I was your age, just being bopped around and just like I had no control over anything. But the truth is, you do have control over your life experience. And kids and teens are the most biggest changers of the world there is. The energy and potential that you all have to make such an incredible difference in this world by getting a hold of what you're thinking about. Just stop thinking negative if you can help it and start shifting your thoughts. Take responsibility and say, I am here for a reason. I am here to make a difference in the world for everybody I know, to bring more joy into people's lives, but for helping people. The way you heal and find happiness is helping other people by bringing joy into other people's lives. That's how you become happy. That's how you connect. So guys, I hope you get some support and love. I know these are hard things to talk about, but I'm here for you. Nothing's too hard for me to share and connect with you guys with. Love you. Bye.